Dear students, in the previous session, we understood the postulates of valence bond theory. So now let us look at the applications of valence bond theory, or now let us understand the postulates by taking the examples of coordination complex. So now let us start with octahedral complex. So now consider hexacyanoferrate 2 complex. So in this complex, iron is the central metal atom, cyanide is the ligand, and there are 6 ligands, and that's why it is octahedral in German nature. And here the oxidation state of iron is +2. You calculate it separately. So here ligand, the charge of ligand is -1 and the charge of the complex is -4. And the electronic configuration of iron in the ground state or in the neutral state is 3d6 4s2. Argon, so atomic number of iron is 26. Its electronic configuration is 3d6 4s2. So this is the electronic configuration. So this is how electrons are distributed in various orbitals of iron, that is 3d6. So according to Und's rule, first electrons are singly occupied and pairing start after the completion of unpaired electron, that is here pairing takes place 4s2. So 3d6. In this configuration there are 4 unpaired electrons are present in case of iron, but here iron is in +2 state. Then the electronic configuration of iron in +2 state is, this is the electronic configuration. So in the +2 state, 2 electrons from the s orbitals are removed, then it is going to get +2 positive oxidation state. So here it has 4 unpaired electrons and 1 paired electrons are present in +2 state. And in cyanide there are 6 ligands are present. 6 cyanide ligands are present here, and for the 6 ligands we need 6 empty orbitals. So the 6 empty orbitals are 3d, 4s, 4p and 4d. And in this case cyanide is a strong ligand. You know the meaning of strong ligand. The strong ligand forces the unpaired electrons to pair up. Here there are 4 unpaired electrons are present, and it forces these 2 electrons to these orbitals, and the new configuration is, this is the new configuration. After forcing these last 2 orbital electron into the neighboring orbital, and so before there are 4 unpaired electron, and after cyanide force the electrons to pair up, then there are no unpaired electrons and 3 paired electrons are present. And so these six ligands occupy the 6 vacant orbital, 6 immediate vacant orbital, that is 2 d orbitals, that is 1 s orbital and 3 p orbital undergo hybridization. This hybridization is called as d2sp3 hybridization. Why? Because it involves the hybridization of 2d orbital, 1 s orbital and 3p orbital. And you just observe here, during hybridization, this inner orbital, as I said, there are 2 kinds of d orbital. One is 3d and 4d. Here 3d is called as inner orbital and this is called 4d is outer orbital. But here 3d orbitals involved, and so this is how the 6 ligands, you know, each ligand can donate 2 electron. Each ligand can donate 2 electron. Totally here 12 electrons are present. For this 12 electron, you know, each orbital can occupy 2 electrons and each ligand can provide 2 electron. Don't get confused. Each ligand can provide 2 electron. At the same time, each orbital can occupy 2 electrons. Totally here there are 6 ligands. For these 6 ligands, 6 vacant orbitals are needed, and these 6 ligands so occupy the 6 hybridized orbitals of equivalent energy to form 6 coordination bond. That's why the coordination number of this complex is 6. So dear students, it's very simple. In order to apply valence bond theory to the complex, so first, just by looking the complex, you must able to identify central metal atom and ligand. Second one is you must able to identify the oxidation state of central metal ion, and after that you must able to write electronic configuration of neutral atom, electronic configuration of ions in the excited state, and next is nature of ligand, strong ligand or weak ligand. So first write the electronic configuration of neutral atom, then write the box diagram and write the electronic configuration of ion +2. Then after that, so identify whether it is a strong ligand or weak ligand. If it is strong ligand, so you try to pair the electrons, and if it is weak ligand, so leave as it is. So once after this completed, next, so count the number of ligands. If there are 6 ligands, 6 orbitals are needed. So here 6 empty orbitals are created. So that 6 empty orbital, you look at the nature of 6 empty orbital. So 2d. So there are 2d orbital, 1 s orbital and 3p orbital. The d orbital is inner, that's why it is inner orbital complex. And from this we can conclude that so this complex for undergo d to sp3 hybridization, that's why it is inner orbital complex. And this complex doesn't have any unpaired electron. And these have unpaired electrons in the atomic state, but after bond formation, this coordination complex, you just observe here, so it doesn't have unpaired electron, that's why it is diamagnetic in nature. And these 6 ligands occupy the iron to form an octahedral geometry, and this is low spin complex or spin free complex because it doesn't have any unpaired electron. So these are the conclusions we can draw after applying valence bond theory to this complex. Let us see next example. So next I am going to take the same complex, but the difference is in the previous complex the oxidation state of iron is +2, but here the oxidation state of iron is +3. Oxidation state of iron is +3 here. So this is the atomic number of iron is 26. Its electronic configuration is 3d6 4s2. Dear students, while solving these problems, so you take the pen and paper and you goes on writing with me, then only you can easily understand the application of valence bond theory to various coordination complexes. So here oxidation state is +3, and this is the electronic configuration of iron in the ground state. So 3d6 4s2, this is how electrons are distributed, and this is the electronic configuration of iron in +3. In +3, in order to become +3, it must lose 3 electrons, that is 2 electrons from 4s2 orbitals and 1 from d6 orbital, that is 1 from dxy orbital. So this removed and it become d5 system. Before it is d6 system, after losing 3 electrons it becomes d5 system. So in +3 there are 5 electrons. In +2 we found that there are 4 unpaired electrons, but here there are 5 unpaired electrons are present. And you know the cyanide is a strong ligand. There are 6 cyanide ligands are present. These 6 cyanide force the unpaired electrons to pair up. Here the possibility is it can force the last 2 electron to first 2d orbital. Then this is the new configuration. So then the new configuration contains 2 pair and 1 unpaired electron, and the next 6 immediate orbitals are 2d orbitals and 1 s orbital and 3p orbital involved in hybridization. It undergo d to sp3 hybridization. Dear students, once ligand forces the electrons to pair up, it is going to occupy the next immediate orbitals. If it is 4 ligands, it's going to occupy 4 orbitals. If it is 6 ligands, it's going to take 6 immediate orbitals to form a bond. Then these are the 6 empty orbital, that is 2d orbital, 1s and 3p orbital. These are the orbital which is available to form a coordination bond. So now these 6 ligands, as I said, each ligand can provide 2 electron and each orbital can accommodate 2 electron. Totally there are 6 orbitals are available and there are 6 ligands are there. These 6 ligands overlap with, or these 6 ligands occupy the 6 orbitals. So these 6 ligands, there are 6 ligands occupy, there are 6 ligands, each can donate 2 electron and these can occupy, so totally 12 electron from 6 ligand occupy 6 orbital to form coordination bond. Dear students, these are the electrons of valence electrons of central metal atom and these are the electrons of ligand which is occupy the empty orbitals of central metal ion. And finally we can conclude that the complex undergo D2sp3 hybridization. So that's why it is inner orbital complex. It is paramagnetic due to presence of an unpaired electron and it is octahedral in nature due to presence of 6 ligand, and it is an I-spin complex due to presence of unpaired electron. So now let us see another octahedral complex. So hexafluorido cobalt 3 complex. Here the oxidation state of cobalt is +3 and atomic number of this is the electronic configuration 3d7 4s2. Its atomic number is 27, which is present next to iron in the periodic table. And this is the electronic configuration of cobalt after losing 3 electron. Before there are 7 electron which is present in the d orbital and 2 electron which is present in the s orbital. It's going to lose 2 from s and 1 from d. Finally it's left with 6 electron in the d orbital. So this is a d6 system. This is a d6 system. This is the electronic configuration of cobalt when it is in +3 state. Here the oxidation state of cobalt is +3. Cobalt is +3. Next, here you just observe here this fluorine. The one important thing here is here fluorine is weak ligand. It do not have a force to pair these unpaired electrons. It do not force these unpaired electrons to pair up. As a result, these electrons are remain as such. As a result, it's going to occupy next 6 orbital, that is 1 4s orbital and 3 4p orbital and 2. It's going to select 2 4d orbital. 2 4d orbital. Here it's going to choose outer orbital. Outer orbital. In the last 2 cases we discussed inner orbital. There it's going to choose inner d orbital due to presence of strong ligand. Here due to presence of weak ligand, it do not force unpaired electrons to pair up, and as a result it's going to choose outer d orbital. And these are the 6 hybrid orbital sp3 d2 hybrid orbitals of cobalt, and to these 6 orbital the 6 pairs of electron from fluorine. So each fluorine going to provide 2 electron. So totally there are 6 empty hybrid orbitals are present to these 6 orbitals. So these 6 pair of electron from the ligand so overlap to form a 6 coordinate bond. That's why due to presence of 6 coordination bond, the coordination number is 6. And from this we can draw the conclusion that the complex undergo sp3d2 hybridization as you seen here. That's why it is outer d orbital complex, and it is paramagnetic due to presence of unpaired electron, and it is octahedral due to presence of 6 ligand, and it's I-spin complex so due to presence of 4 unpaired electron. Dear students, after the theory you must able to draw the conclusion based on the proper reason.